What if I told you that a simple ingredient found right in your kitchen could transform your life in a truly surprising way? Sounds crazy, doesn't it? But that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. Get ready for an unexpected journey that starts with something as ordinary as salt and leads to profound changes in your well-being. Just think about it. Putting a bit of salt in your shoes might seem trivial, even strange at first. But by the end of this video, you'll understand why this practice goes far beyond being just an eccentric tip and how it can open the doors to self-discovery and emotional balance. Let's begin by talking about salt. Why would something so common and accessible have such a profound impact on our lives? The truth is, salt is one of the most ancient and versatile substances known to humanity. For thousands of years, it has been used to preserve food, heal wounds, and even as part of spiritual and energetic practices. Yet, because it's so commonplace, we often overlook just how special and powerful it truly is. Here's the secret. The power of salt goes far beyond its practical uses. In many cultures, it's considered a natural purifier, a shield against negative energies, and a way to connect with the earth. These mystical and energetic properties have been used for centuries to create spaces of harmony and protection. Now, let's explore the intriguing idea of putting salt in your shoes. It might seem like a small, almost insignificant gesture, but think about those days when you feel drained, unmotivated, or simply lost. Life constantly challenges us with stress, endless responsibilities, and the feeling that we're always racing against time. In those moments, it's easy to feel trapped in a cycle of exhaustion and fatigue. So, how can something as simple as adding salt to your shoes make a difference? Think of it as a reset for your mind and body, a practice that helps relieve stress, renew your energy, and promote a sense of well-being. With something as accessible as a handful of salt, you can create a tiny sanctuary of calm, literally under your feet. The concept is simple, yet profound. When placed in your shoes, salt acts as a portable shield, absorbing negative energies as you walk. It serves as a subtle but powerful reminder to stay grounded and connected to the earth. It's almost like carrying a small Zen garden with you, helping to reduce anxiety and fostering a sense of tranquility throughout your day. While this practice might seem eccentric, it's rooted in centuries of traditional use across various cultural and spiritual contexts. It's more than just a practical solution. It's an invitation to explore the power of small changes in our lives and how they can lead to significant transformations. To understand how salt can bring about such a surprising transformation, we need to delve into its history and the meanings it carries. Salt is far more than a seasoning in your kitchen. It's a substance steeped in symbolism, mystery, and utility, crossing centuries as an essential element of life. Since ancient times, civilizations around the world have attributed values to salt that go well beyond its ability to preserve food. It was revered as a gift from nature, a source of energy, and an almost mystical element. The Egyptians used it in mummification rituals, believing it had the power to preserve not just the body, but the essence of the soul. The Romans considered it so valuable that it was even used as currency. And in many spiritual traditions, salt is regarded as a powerful purifier capable of warding off negative energies and creating a protective environment. Over time, however, salt became so accessible and ubiquitous in our lives that we've forgotten just how special it is. This familiarity has led us to underestimate its significance, reducing it to nothing more than a simple kitchen ingredient, when in reality it can be a catalyst for internal and external transformation. Now, imagine taking this ancient energy with all its healing and balancing power and applying it to something as personal and everyday as your shoes. This small, seemingly insignificant gesture is in fact an invitation to create a space of tranquility that you carry with you, literally with every step. Salt has unique properties that impact not only the physical, but also the emotional and spiritual aspects of our being. It is known for its ability to absorb moisture and toxins, helping to balance the environment around you. But its influence goes beyond the tangible. By placing salt in your shoes, you create a subtle barrier, a a kind of filter that blocks negative energies while allowing only positive and beneficial ones to pass through. This is especially important in today's fast-paced world, where we are constantly exposed to stimuli that drain our energy and undermine our well-being. Think about how many times you felt the weight of a tough day, whether due to work stress, personal challenges, or the endless exhaustion that seems impossible to escape. Putting salt in your shoes is more than a ritual. It's an act of self-care, a way to lighten this invisible burden and create a moment of renewal. As you walk, the salt in your shoes serves as a constant reminder that finding balance amidst the chaos is possible. The subtle sensation underfoot is a gentle yet powerful touch that reconnects you to the present, as if each step were releasing accumulated tension and absorbing fresh, revitalizing energy. And this small ritual, seemingly so simple, carries a profound intention: the commitment to care for yourself and protect your energy. When you add salt to your shoes, you're sending a message to the world and to yourself that you are choosing a path of greater calm, focus, and well-being. What makes this practice even more special is its simplicity. It requires no sophisticated tools, extra time, or prior experience with spiritual practices. Just salt, an everyday item, becomes a powerful tool to create significant internal changes. It's like bringing a piece of tranquility into your life, a miniature refuge that travels with you wherever you go. At the same time, it's a way to slow down, to turn the small moments of your day into opportunities to care for your body and mind. The most fascinating thing about this is how something so small can have such a significant impact. Perhaps you've noticed this in other areas of your life: a smile that changed the tone of your day, a brief conversation that brought clarity to a complex problem, or even the act of taking 5 minutes to breathe deeply. Putting salt in your shoes is exactly like that. A small gesture, yet filled with meaning, offering you the chance to shift how you feel, think, and act throughout your day. It invites you to see the ordinary in an extraordinary way, to transform something as simple as putting on your shoes into a ritual of protection, balance, and renewal. Imagine starting your day already feeling the weight of all your responsibilities: work deadlines, household tasks, family demands, and amidst all of this, an overloaded and tired mind. It's not hard to picture this scenario. After all, it's what many of us face on a daily basis. But what if there were a simple, almost magical way to lighten this burden? A practice that aligns your body, mind, and emotions, offering a point of balance to begin and end your day in peace. That's exactly what happens when you transform something as common as putting salt in your shoes into a meaningful ritual. The beauty of this practice lies in its simplicity. By adding a small amount of salt to your shoes, you're creating a safe, personal space, a point of tranquility that accompanies you with every step. Yet, its impact goes far beyond what meets the eye. There's something transformative about incorporating such a small gesture into your routine. It's almost like saying, today, I choose to take care of myself. I choose to shield myself from negativity, stress, and distractions, and to connect with something deeper. Salt, with its natural properties, is a powerful ally on this journey. Beyond its practical functions like absorbing moisture and promoting physical comfort, it acts as an energetic filter, helping to neutralize the negative vibrations you may encounter throughout the day. Think about it. How many times have you felt drained simply by being in a tense environment or interacting with people who seem to sap your energy? Salt, in contact with your feet, acts as a barrier that prevents these energies from affecting you so intensely. It helps you stay grounded, maintaining your inner balance even when the chaos around you tries to pull you down. But it's not just about neutralizing the negative. This practice also has the power to amplify the positive. With every step, the presence of salt serves as both a physical and symbolic reminder that you are anchored. The subtle sensation under your feet reconnects you with the earth, bringing a discreet yet steady calm. It's like carrying a silent reminder that no matter what happens, you have control over how you choose to respond. One of the most fascinating aspects of this practice is how it transforms something as mechanical as walking into an opportunity for mindfulness. Each step becomes a chance to be present, to pay attention to how you feel, and to release accumulated tensions. Often, we're so used to moving on autopilot that we forget to feel the ground beneath our feet or to notice the impact that each step has on our body and mind. With salt in your shoes, you rediscover this connection. It's like creating a small ritual of mindfulness that stays with you throughout the day, requiring no extra time or effort. And it's not just the physical and mental benefits that make this practice special. There's something powerful about performing such a simple yet symbolic gesture. By putting salt in your shoes, you are, consciously or unconsciously, reaffirming your intention to care for yourself. It's an act that blends simplicity with depth, showing that even on the hardest days, you are willing to do something for your peace of mind. And the most interesting thing is that as you incorporate this gesture into your daily routine, you begin to notice subtle yet meaningful changes in how you feel, how you respond to challenges, and how you approach life. This practice also teaches us an important lesson about the relationship between small gestures and big impacts. In a world that constantly bombards us with complex solutions, we often forget that the most powerful answers can be found in the simplest actions. Putting salt in your shoes is a reminder that taking care of our energy, our well-being and our peace doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes all we need is a touch of intentionality in something we already do every day. Over time, you may notice that this small ritual begins to influence other areas of your life. As you experience the sense of lightness and balance that salt provides, you'll feel more encouraged to explore other forms of self-care and mindfulness. This creates a domino effect. One gesture leads to another, and soon you'll find yourself cultivating a more centered, conscious, and connected way of living. Ultimately, the impact of putting salt in your shoes goes far beyond the physical. It touches the emotional, mental, and even spiritual, creating a space where you can feel safe, balanced, and energized. It's a daily reminder that even amidst chaos, you have the power to find calm and clarity. And that power begins with something as small as a handful of salt. Throughout life, we are constantly bombarded with promises of miracle solutions to cope with the stress, anxiety, and fatigue that come with our daily routines. Yet more often than not, these magic formulas end up being complicated, inaccessible, or simply irrelevant to the reality of our lives. That's precisely why a practice as simple as putting salt in your shoes stands out. It doesn't require extra time, expensive equipment, or prior knowledge of spiritual practices. It's small, practical, yet surprisingly impactful. By incorporating this gesture into your routine, you're not just adopting a quirky tip. You're creating a powerful ritual that combines physical, emotional, and symbolic elements to transform the way you feel and face your daily challenges. Think for a moment about the simplicity of this act, a handful of salt in your shoes. But within that simplicity lies a wealth of meaning. It's a daily reminder that you have the power to shape your energy, protect your mind, and balance your body, all with an intentional and conscious gesture. Salt, as we've explored before, carries centuries of history and incredible properties. It's not just an energetic purifier, but also a symbol of stability, protection, and strength. And by placing it in your shoes, you're literally carrying that energy with you throughout your day. But perhaps the greatest power of this practice isn't just in what the salt does, but in what it represents. It symbolizes your choice to slow down amidst the chaos, to prioritize your mental and emotional health, and to create small moments of self-care, even in the most mundane tasks. Imagine, for instance, how this practice could transform the way you approach the start of your day. By putting salt in your shoes in the morning, you set a clear intention. Today, I choose to protect myself from negative energies and remain centered. That gesture alone can already have a positive impact on how you handle the challenges that come your way. And as you walk, the gentle sensation of the salt underfoot acts as a physical reminder of that intention. It's almost like carrying an emotional anchor, something that keeps you steady and balanced no matter what happens around you. But the benefits don't stop there. As you become accustomed to this practice, you'll start to notice subtle changes in the way you respond to daily stimuli. Situations that once felt unbearable are now approached with greater clarity and calm. That irritation that used to arise almost automatically can give way to a moment of reflection. And this shift in perspective, though it may seem small, has a profound impact. It helps you step out of survival mode and into a state of presence, where you have more control over your emotions and actions. And it's not just the emotional aspect that this practice improves. Salt also provides physical benefits that contribute to your comfort and well-being. It absorbs moisture, keeping your feet dry and reducing discomfort throughout the day. After all, physical discomfort often reflects on your emotional state. Who hasn't felt that an uncomfortable shoe or sweaty feet made an already tough day even harder? This small, seemingly insignificant detail could be what transforms a stressful experience into something more manageable. Over time, the ritual of putting salt in your shoes can become much more than just a habit. It transforms into a personal symbol of self-care, a reminder that you have the power to create small changes that lead to significant impacts in your life. And this goes beyond salt in your shoes. This practice can be the first step toward adopting other rituals of mindfulness and balance, creating a chain of positive actions that improve your physical, mental, and spiritual health. Perhaps the most beautiful aspect of this practice is how it can be adapted to meet your specific needs. There are no rigid rules, no right or wrong way to do it. You can experiment with different types of salt, choose specific times of day to use it, or even combine it with other practices that bring you comfort and balance. The key is to find what works for you and to allow yourself to explore this connection between the simple and the profound. At its core, putting salt in your shoes is not just a physical or energetic practice. It's an act of self-awareness. It's a way to remind yourself, with every step, that you deserve care, protection, and well-being. It's a gesture that says, I am here, present, living this moment with intention. And when you adopt this mindset, even the most mundane tasks transform into opportunities to grow, learn, and connect with yourself. Sometimes we are conditioned to believe that the biggest changes in our lives can only come from grand gestures or radical transformations. Yet it is precisely in the simple that the extraordinary resides. Putting salt in your shoes may seem like a small, almost trivial idea, but it carries a power far greater than meets the eye. This practice teaches us something fundamental. True transformation begins when we choose to look at small things with intention, allowing them to reveal their depth. Over the days, the steps we take become almost automatic. We move from one place to another without paying attention, simply following the flow of tasks and obligations. But the act of putting salt in your shoes forces you to interrupt this autopilot for a moment, to reflect on what you're carrying, not just on your feet, but also in your mind and heart. It's in this moment of pause, this small gesture of intention, that the magic begins to unfold. You transform something mechanical into a ritual, something ordinary into a point of connection with yourself. Imagine starting each day with this practice, taking a brief moment to align your energy before facing the outside world. As you feel the salt beneath your feet, you create a space of tranquility that travels with you wherever you go. It's like a small shield, silent yet powerful, protecting your energy as you navigate the challenges of the day. With every step, the salt absorbs not only physical moisture, but also the invisible burdens of stress and negativity that we often carry without realizing. And the benefits go beyond protection. Salt also serves as a constant reminder to stay present. The subtle sensation under your feet may seem insignificant at first, but over time it becomes an anchor, bringing you back to the present moment whenever your mind begins to drift into worries or distractions. It's almost like carrying an emotional anchor, something that helps you reconnect with yourself amidst the chaos. This practice also awakens something we often forget in our daily rush, the power of creating small moments of care and mindfulness. When you give yourself the gift of something as simple as putting salt in your shoes, you're affirming that you deserve care and balance, even on the busiest days. You're choosing to slow down, if only for a brief moment, and to prioritize your well-being amidst external demands. And perhaps the greatest impact of this practice lies in what it represents. Putting salt in your shoes is, at its core, an act of empowerment. It's a way of telling yourself, I have the power to shape my energy, to protect my space, and to choose how I want to feel. This small act becomes a symbol of something much larger, the ability to take control of your emotional and mental state, even in the face of adversity. Moreover, the practice of putting salt in your shoes not only transforms how you feel, but also influences the way you interact with the world around you. When you're more centered, more present, and more balanced, it reflects in your relationships, your choices, and even how you face challenges. It's as if the impact of this simple gesture creates ripples that spread, touching every aspect of your life. And we cannot ignore the fact that by adopting such an accessible practice, you're connecting with ancient wisdom. For centuries, salt has been used by different cultures as a symbol of purification, protection, and renewal. By bringing this element into your daily routine, you align with this tradition, reclaiming knowledge that transcends time and adapts seamlessly to the demands of the modern world. Over time, this small ritual can evolve into something even more meaningful. You may start to notice how it not only protects and balances your energy, but also acts as a catalyst for other positive changes in your life. Perhaps you'll feel inspired to explore other forms of self-care, adopt new habits, or seek more moments of pause and reflection in your daily routine. It all begins with one small gesture, but the possibilities it opens up are endless. In the end, the power of putting salt in your shoes isn't just in what it does for you physically or energetically, but in what it symbolizes. It's a daily reminder that even amidst chaos and busyness, you have the ability to find calm, balance, and purpose. And the most amazing part is that this transformation doesn't require effort, time, or resources. All it takes is the choice to believe in the power of simplicity and to allow yourself to try something new. As we reach the end of this journey, it's fascinating to realize how something so simple can carry such profound meaning. Putting salt in your shoes isn't just a quirky practice. It's a reminder that the changes we seek don't need to be grand or complicated. Sometimes all we need is a small gesture done with intention to begin transforming how we live, feel, and think. The beauty of this practice lies in how uniquely it adapts to each person. Perhaps for you, salt in your shoes becomes a symbol of protection. Maybe it serves as a gateway to a sense of calm you thought was unattainable amidst daily chaos. Or perhaps it's just a first step, a simple gesture that inspires you to explore other ways of caring for yourself and reconnecting with what truly matters. The power is in your hands, or rather, your feet. From the moment you adopt this small ritual, you'll begin to see that true transformation comes from the sum of small moments. It's about choosing every day to cultivate what brings you peace, to balance your energy, and to prioritize your well-being, even when everything around you feels turbulent. Now that you know about this practice and the benefits it can bring, the invitation is open. Try it. Allow yourself to experience something new. Something that might seem simple at first, but carries extraordinary potential. After all, the only way to truly understand the impact of putting salt in your shoes is by putting it into practice. And of course, don't forget to share your experience. I want to hear what you felt, how this practice affected you, and what changes it brought to your daily life. Leave a comment below and let's exchange ideas. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. Together, we can continue exploring new ways to bring balance and well-being into our routines. Thank you so much for being here and for being part of this journey. See you in the next video.